Hey patrons, welcome into our astrology reading for Aries, Taurus, cusp energies and placements. I hope this message finds you in divine alignment, and let's go ahead and get into it, all right? Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, my ascended ancestors and all holy angels, what's going on with the cosmic influences for Aries, Taurus, cusp energies right now? What are their strongest influences? You have a conjunction here, okay? A union emerging and a coming together, period. We love that. So that's alignment at its highest, okay? Sagittarius energy, aligning yourself with optimism, the spirit of exploration, maybe even coming into a season or a cycle of freedom. And I was just about to say, or confidence, and then fire came out. Confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. With the fourth house here, cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. You're coming into union with your spirit. Maybe even finding a deeper union or a deeper connection to your faith right now, which is bringing you or creating this sense of home. Finally, maybe feeling rooted in some peaceful energy. Finally, sensing or starting to feel comfortable with being yourself again. So maybe there was some sort of season, cycle in life you were going through where you felt not fully yourself, and now it's kind of like the caged bird is out the cage. It no longer has to just sing in the cage. It can go sing around the house. It can sing around the forest. That's what I'm seeing. So your song, your spirit song, maybe something about music is really crucial or important for you right now. Listening to your favorite songs, listening to songs that make you want to sing, that you love to sing to, even if you feel like you can't. Anything that really brings out this open-heartedness, right? You got to open up your chest to really belt and sustain sound from your throat chakra. So there's that heart and throat chakra balance might be very significant right now. But I feel like if there was a season of doom and gloom or worry and doubt, it's now being replaced with bravery and freedom, optimism and confidence, peace and comfort. You're feeling like yourself again for sure. I can sense that the strongest. So welcome home. Yeah, welcome home, Aries, Taurus. That's exciting. Clarify what this union's all about. What's coming together here for Aries, Taurus in March? We love to see that. The Six of Swords, which I just was talking about with my YouTube pedal members. How it feels like more and more the Six of Swords is that first taste of detachment. That Aquarian energy. That first moment where you can actively and consciously say, you know what, I don't have to participate in this. I can like disconnect. This doesn't have to be me. I don't have to engage. I don't really have to say anything. The truth will come out regardless. Maybe that's it. Maybe you waited a long time for some sort of truth to be revealed, and now that's finally happening. And there's this clearer mindset about where you're going. Seven of Pentacles, which is coming out of some sort of stagnancy. It's in reverse. Now, this could also be you turning like failures into fortune, I'm hearing. Failures into fortune. Failures into favor. A failure working out in your favor in some way. So something you maybe felt like didn't go your way or you perceive as a failure in life is something that's actually granting you access to this like new portal energy. Maybe it's just something about the new moon. We are coming up into an eclipse season. And I don't know if you can see that, but that kind of looks like an eclipse, like a solar or lunar. I know the first one we're about to have is a lunar eclipse, a total lunar eclipse. So maybe something about this lunar eclipse is going to bring in some form of union and merging and alignment for you to get you out of this Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? Why is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? Clarity. A truth, like I'm saying. Thank you, Spirit. Some of you have to reassure yourself that you're not going to make the same mistakes that you did in the past. You've learned from it. Some of you also maybe don't want to go to another dead end, is what I'm getting. You got the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so it could be very difficult right now. Again, Mercury will be retrograding here soon as well, on top of Venus being retrograde, on top of eclipse energy coming in. So it is going to be quite the doozy. But why the Four of Swords in reverse here, Spirit? Thank you. Page of Pentacles. So whenever you get into that doubtful energy, which I do kind of feel might come in and out. Yeah, you got the Eight of Swords. There could be moments where your mind might be getting the best of you, Aries, Taurus, and there's a need to revisit, touch back on all that you've learned, all that you've understood, all the wisdom you've gained from your experiences, especially if this is something that's like repetitive or something that maybe has a reference. Like something you're going through now has a reference to something in your past. You've been there before. You've had to do it before. Remember how the divine like showed you the way and led you through that portal? So what you might be struggling to do is own your peace, own your comfort. Yeah, like owning something about yourself. The Knight of Pentacles. This could also be a challenge of trying to maintain optimism and high frequency, high vibing energy while something isn't moving or seemingly not moving. You got the World here. Your patience has been tested or will be tested here. You're learning how the value of being in the Knight of Pentacles. That's it. Because you know what? That Knight of Pentacles energy directly contrasts that Sag energy. Sag being the Knight of Wands. It's way more like, I feel it, I do it. I feel it, I don't question it because I trust I'm connected. I know something is leading me, so I'm just going to go and let the pieces kind of fall together as they should. And maybe that's actually something that the divine is trying to usher in. And maybe that's what would feel like coming home to you. Just trusting your instincts. Maybe there was something that came into your life that kind of gaslit you out of trusting yourself. For whatever reason, I just heard a man. Lord, a man did. Yeah, maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be. And no offense to any of my men tuning in here. We love you. We love you, love you. We know not all men are the same. But maybe there was some form of a relationship that kind of came into your life here that made you start doubting yourself, made you a little less confident in your fire. And again, this is why you're coming back home to where you know you're being guided. You don't have to second guess it. That's a lot of what the Knight of Pentacles does. They might even get guidance to move, but they wait on it. They sit on it. They like, oh no, I don't know if that's, let's see if it's a sign of your sign that comes. You know what I mean? Like that's where they get that analysis paralysis from. So Spirit could be moving you out of that energy. You're closing out a cycle with that Knight of Pentacles and you're starting to gain momentum. You're starting to gain fire. You're starting to build more confidence, which feels like a return home to yourself. Okay. Okay. So maybe there's like some sort of planet here, a placement that you have that has come full circle, because that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. You've maybe gone through either 12 months, maybe even 12 years. Weeks, maybe even, of us of that Knight of Pentacles energy. And now there's this, I'm seeing like a big explosion, maybe like a tower, Mars kind of coming in. Yeah, the Ten of Swords. Okay, right. And I think maybe for that season, for that moment where you were in the Knight of Pentacles energy, you were starting to really feel betrayed by the world, betrayed by spirit, betrayed by source. Like, why would you lead me down this path that had all these swords in my back? Or like, why would this be a part of the path? Why would this be a part of my learning? Why is this a part of my lesson? Some of you are also recognizing how being in that Knight of Pentacles has been betraying your natural and true self. Hold on, let me do a cricket check before I go any further. Yeah, okay, we're rocking, we're rolling. So what connects Sagittarius and fire energy, Spirit? The Six of Cups kind of coming out crossed here. That's, again, I think a nod to the relationship energy. But again, even the nostalgia for a version of yourself that you once were, where you used to be very excited to explore. You felt free. You weren't scared or worried or nervous. I don't know. Like, whatever the blockage was, it wasn't there at one point. So you definitely remember a time before this Knight of Pentacles season or cycle entered your life. Four of Cups, and it's something that you might be very nostalgic for. Something you thought you lost is what I heard. Something you thought you lost, but you didn't. Justice kind of wanting to come out in reverse here. Maybe you thought you lost it, or it felt like it melted away from you because of however this connection or situation played itself out. Okay, King of Wands, Judgment. Clarify, why is Justice in reverse here, Spirit? Thank you. The King of Cups. Okay, yeah, something unfinished. Something unfinished. Yeah, it's almost like you were headed in a direction. Six of Swords was your first card out. So that's your strongest energy. You were headed somewhere. You were going somewhere. You might not have been able to see, or it wasn't in the plans for you to see, this cycle and this season of the Knight of Pentacles, because maybe if you could, you wouldn't have gotten in that boat. You wouldn't have activated the Six of Swords. You wouldn't have detached from something. But now that you have, and yes, you ended up having to be in that Knight of Pentacles energy and experience and or maybe even sort through this Ten of Swords. Okay, kind of relieve yourself from that, let go of that, transmute that energy, shift that energy. And I think that's what it was. I think there's a part of you that's been yearning for a time that has already passed. And so there's like a need to acknowledge how that maybe has done a little bit of a number, I feel like, on your confidence. But I think Spirit's trying to help you get that back, coming into union with that again. So this could also be energy that's unsettled from some sort of connection or relationship. Ace of Cups, it's yourself, it's your heart, your self-love. Yeah. Period, that's what I'm feeling. You got two aces here. Definitely stepping into something that's well-deserved, I feel, Aries, Taurus, okay? But it's like you're getting your Ace of Cups back from this King of Cups. And all that was in that Ace of Cups that this King of Cups maybe had was your confidence, your optimism, your passion, and your sense of bravery. And now that you've successfully stepped into a deeper layer of detachment, you now have more space and more room to reclaim all that fire, that was maybe left behind, or left in that nostalgic time, or left in that moment that you've been yearning for. So 6 of Pentacles here at the bottom. King of Swords out here. Ace of Pentacles, there's your third ace. 5 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, right. It's this heartbreak or this letdown that's actually been dampening your fire, the Empress energy. I just heard I wanted them to be the one. 4 of Wands, right. It's almost like mourning a world that was never created or never got to fully develop. Yearning for a home that didn't get to build itself. Could have, but maybe free will choices got in the way here. Not even got in the way, but free will happened. 5 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and that's maybe been heavy. More heavy than I think you've been aware, or you maybe are aware of it now, and now that's why you're kind of cleansing it and clearing it out here. It's kind of giving me that energy of it wasn't the person that was special, it was the energy you applied or you were viewing them in that made them look special. It was the you. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, you know what I'm trying to say, right? It's that it wasn't them. It was you the whole time that you were in love with. Ooh, that could be it. You were in love with the energy that you felt and you were applying to this person or this situation, not necessarily that that person or situation was giving you that energy. It was revealing that energy within you. And that's why Spirit is like, own that cup, because that cup is yours. So you might have been looking at someone as the key to your happiness when the whole time you've always had your happiness. It's always been with you. That key has always been yours. But you gave it to someone else. And now it's like, I need my key back so I can get home, get into my house. Yeah, it's almost like you've had somebody squatting in your heart, taking up space in your heart, the home of your heart. And you were keeping them there because you thought that they were the special ones when the whole time it's been you that was special. There you go. Period. All right. So again, you got the 4 of Wands. So that could have to deal with a King of Swords energy or a King of Cups energy. Or you're this King of Cups. Page of Swords. Right. They weren't the King of Swords. They were a page. It was your energy, your Empress energy, that made them appear as the King of Swords to you. And that's why you've lamented for so long, or that's why it's felt like something lost or unfinished, because it's a part of you that was left behind. Because it was surrendered. 2 of Swords, right. And so now that you are finding out that clarity, now that you're getting into that awareness, you can reclaim this Ace of Cups back and heal some sort of wound here. Hermit with the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Cups, so that you can actually get your wish fulfillment, which is the 10 of Pentacles. Okay? A solid, stable, abundant home. An abundance of peace, an abundance of comfort, an abundance of love, an abundance of joy, an abundance of stability. You've always been the creator of that energy, Aries, Taurus. So it's like it's time for you to own that. And maybe too, here, Aries, Taurus, I'm hearing something about regret. It's okay to regret things. I feel like we definitely have come up in a culture where it's like, YOLO, no regrets, you know what I mean? Like, no, that's like a waste of time to regret anything. And I think sometimes regret honors the growth. If you don't have that feeling of lamenting for, ooh, that wasn't maybe the best choice, or I should have maybe did something different, then you really don't have the the impetus to grow and to learn, because then there's no need to really do better if it's like, well, it is what it is, because then you're more susceptible to falling back into that lesson. But when you really let it hit home and hit your heart and kind of, oh, okay, I want to do something differently, that's when something differently can get done and something different can manifest. So it's almost like Spirit's like, no, let's not YOLO this. Let's not YOLO it, right? That don't bypass it. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Don't bypass the disappointment, because it's kind of a part of the process and what Spirit's trying to get you in union with. Okay? So keep that in mind. All right, let's see what archetypal energies might be beneficial for you to connect with here to support you through this reclaiming of your heart. What archetypes would support Aries, Taurus in this energy, Spirit? What message do you have? Thank you. You've got the Jester. Okay, 38 or 12 could be significant. Or 11, I'm sorry, not 12, 11. 11 or 12 could be significant, I guess, for me to say 12. What other guidance do you have here for Aries, Taurus, Divine? Dealing with this energy. Thank you. The Outsider. Yeah, I think that's going to be a really good energy for you, actually. That's that detachment. Thank you. And the self. Getting home to self. I can't make it up, y'all. I can't make it up with the Artist at the bottom. Right, you are connecting with the creator in you more, Aries, Taurus. It's almost like your fun and playful side is starting to come out more. You're starting to get a little bit more excited about life, excited about you really in general. Like that sense of I can, I will, I can make this happen. I believe in myself. I trust myself. I know who I am. Ego, really, but kind of the healthy side of ego is coming back in, which is going to help you detach and then realign and come into union with yourself, because that's kind of your home base. You need that ego. Yes, the ego has to be in check, but you really do thrive when that ego is thriving and it's healthy. So that's maybe something that you've gone through. Maybe you've gone through like an ego death or an egoic transformation here through this cycle of the Knight of Pentacles. This could be something that maybe humbled you a little bit. Not that you weren't humble, but really kind of brought you inward. Or really kind of showed you a side of people and relationships, connections, life that wasn't so rose-colored in a way. And I love rose-colored. I don't know. There's something about it. I think rose-colored glasses come in handy sometimes because it's a coping mechanism for sure. And maybe this was just a moment where you had to kind of just enjoy the colors as they naturally were. And then there'll be another time maybe for the rose-colored glasses, right? But let's learn a little bit more about this. Okay, 38, 39, and 34. So 333 could be a number synchronicity for you. There's the 12 that I called out there, okay? And then there's 7. So 7, 11, and 12 could mean something. All right, the Reynolds Whole Rose says, try lightening up your approach while maintaining enthusiasm for the situation you're currently in. Or if this is not possible, tread more gently with kindness as your guide. Don't take the actions of others too seriously, as behaviors and what is happening in the immediate moment are transient and not true of the whole outlook. The jester lives in the moment and is entertaining, enthusiastic, and usually kind-hearted. They use humor as a means to convey their feelings and communicate, while also appearing to be young at heart. So that young at heart energy is what's coming back to you. So ask yourself, what is the funniest thing that you've been involved in that made you feel wonderful? Okay, that's what I was maybe picking up with the Page of Pentacles. Go back to those moments that really made you feel solid, happy, stable, grounded, optimistic, fun, confident, spicy, sassy, sexy, whatever. Okay, it's all that fire energy. Think of those passionate moments and those moments of bravery that you've gone through and how much elation and joy it brought. Because that's what you're about to go through again, is what I'm feeling. And this is Gemini energy. Okay. Could be dealing with a Gemini. And then you've got the outsider here with the Duchess of Edinburgh Rose. Okay. It says going against the flow could be a helpful way to gain additional insights. Right. Often, we can break up negative patterns and influences by ceasing to try and work it out and by creating a new path with our own set plans. Energy surrounding new ideas, opportunities, and even windfalls are present. The outsider does risk loneliness when placed within groups that already have established codes. But they are the great disruptors and inventors that often create change for the better and help others become inspired to do the same. What do you do differently to everyone else around you is the question here, and this is Aquarius energy, right? Right. So it's almost like the divine had to kind of put you on the outside for a little bit so that you could gain a new perspective. So that once they reconnect you, reunite you with that youthful, at heart type of energy, that playful fire energy, your natural vibe, you might use it a little bit better or appreciate it a little bit more or have a stronger protection or discernment around that energy. So it was all for cause, but you're coming home, whatever that might mean. You're coming home to the self. So let's talk about it. Thank you, Spirit. These are beautiful messages. You have the Madame Abel Châtenay Rose here, and it says to improve anything at the moment. There needs to be a greater focus on balancing your own life cycles and patterns. You may find that they are out of sync with what you feel is normal or whole for you. Things should also become clearer with new information coming your way. That could be this Ace of Swords, okay? New information coming your way in areas associated with what you most value in life. The self understands that to be whole is to accept that change is within your grasp and be willing to do something about it. They are constantly fine-tuning the balance between consciousness and unconsciousness centered around the ego. All right, so ask yourself here, what are your limiting beliefs? And I'll add on to that, what are your limiting beliefs and where did they start? Where did they come from? What's the root of that limited belief, okay? And this is Aries energy, so like I said, you're coming back home to yourself. That's beautiful. All right, I really do hope that these messages serve you well, my patrons. I love you all so, so very much. I look forward to talking to you in the comments, and I'll see you in our next one. Namaste.